Okay, this time let's get a little bit creative, okay? So while we have this guy here, what I'm going to do is, um, let's add something here, okay? You could add a heart or whatever you want to do. You want to add an extra stone, you can. So let's go, if you want to do, let's say a heart, you have to use a round. And you're going to say, wonder, oh, what the heck are you doing a round? But we're going to draw a round, right click, left click. We're going to select it. We're going to press the N button. And remember the nodes, all these nodes here, see like these are blue? You can press S to make it black, smooth. Okay, it changes. Because it will move differently. If I do this here, see what happened? If I make it, if I press S, it's different, see? You get a different option. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delete this guy again and start fresh again. So I'm going to bring the circle over here. Right click, left click, select it, press the N, and highlight both of them and nudge it down. Now we have a heart shape. Okay, left click, escape. That will, I have my heart. I could put them anywhere I want. Okay, now you could rotate the heart by pressing TT. You could grab it here and you could rotate the heart anywhere you like, or you could actually punch it in this area here. So you could do the clock here, the degrees 45, apply. You can see how it changes here, 90, apply. So you can move it anywhere you want, and you can move it manually. Okay. So I'm still not happy with that. So let's, if you press just T, you'll be able to move it as well. You can see, put it right there. Okay. So here's our heart. We could raise it, or we could punch it through. All right. So let's. We already know how to punch through. So let's add it. So let's look at it from the top. And we're gonna press F12, and we're gonna add, and we're gonna give it maybe 0.25 height. And you can see the heart. It's on this side. Let's look at it this way. And shut this guy. And here's our heart. Okay. So apply and cancel. Now you could offset it and you could add an actual stone here. Okay. So now if I, let's try this the old ways. Let's try the op. Okay. Now instead of doing a heart, I'm going to do an oval shape. And I usually go right click. I'll be able to get the vectors. They're not on here, the ovals and the stars and so forth. So where we're going to go, I said I'm still trying to get used to the icons. Let's look under vectors. And let's go under create. And you can see these guys here. They're all there. So there's your oval. These are your stars and the arcs and your text. See the different things, they're not on here. I'm sure you could add them. We're going to figure that out later. So let's go to create. Let's grab an oval. Okay, so we're going to draw the oval here. You can see how it changes here. So let's do a 6. You see the width, so which is the height. So let's do 6 by 4. Okay, which is like a normal size. Create, right click. That's a 6 by 4 oval. You can grab it, put it over here, and you can add a gem to it if you like. So let's F12, and let's look at this guy here. What happens to it if we do punch it through, merge low, because we already have it here 0. So let's just do 1, and that will give us this guy here. So we could put a stone. We could bezel it, apply and cancel. But before we could bezel it, we got to offset it again. So let's offset. So inward, that's 0.5 millimeter, which is fine. Right click, and now we could 0 this guy. Okay, so now we can mount a stone has a seat. Okay, the stone has a seat. But let's say if you would like to have a rim around it, you could do that as well. So you could go here, offset it this time outward. So go outward, and let's go. It depends how thick you like your channel. That might be too much. It's touching. Control Z, that will bring it back. Let's do 0.35 and offset, so it's right there. Right click, left click. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold those two together. So we're gonna this guy, the outside and hold the shift key down on this guy. Right click them and group them. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add to the ring. So I'm going to press F12 and we're going to give it a little bit of height, which is add. And start height has to be something there. So there's your bezel. That might be too much, 0.50. And there's our bezel. Okay. Now we could set a stone here and it gives us a nice rim around it. Okay. If you notice, it's starting to get distorted here. So let's try merge high if it looks better, and we give it a let's do a 3mm. Okay. See if it looks. I think it looks a little bit cleaner. That's why we do merge high. Okay. So apply and cancel. So that's how you do these things. These are just the beginning. These are all your tools, and hopefully that helped you a lot. So our next one, what we're gonna work on, we're gonna add gems. So if you notice here, there's a lot of hidden icons. If you go in this corner, you right click it. These are your options. You could actually bring the gem vectors. You could snap them somewhere here. You could park them anywhere you want. Okay. So whatever you think, you know, the tools that you don't use, you could create it after if you like. Or you could just hide them altogether. Just put them right here if you want to work with them for now. So I'm going to add just one stone for now, and then later you could add as many as you want, just to give you an idea. So let's go select these guys, and we're going to, on this guy, convert vectors to gem vectors. So let's see, that's one. Create gem vectors. That's one gem. This is multiple gems. So we're going to create it. We pick the stone. Let's put a diamond. Why not? And it says here, make sure this says get gem size from vector. So it's going to get the gem size. Except that it's going to change it to a different color. So that didn't do it because they grouped. So let's ungroup them. But keep them selected. And you can see they change color. And they're red now. So you're going to select them while you hold the shift key down. And you're going to say create gem. Okay. So this is gem. Okay, so we're going to create the gems. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try this guy. Alright. So the start height for the gems, if you measure in here, again, if you look down here in the Z, that's only 1mm, and the whole ring thickness is 2mm. So maybe 1.5. And you check it. Let's look at it first, see if that's our satisfaction. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Now we have our gems in there. Okay. And you could, if you need to adjust it, you just redo it, and here that will accept it. So now here's our gems. Okay, you could do the same thing on this side as well. Alright, so now you can convert these into, make sure they're ungrouped. Before you convert them, you can do the same thing here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add it to the project. It's very important. So let's save this guy first, so we don't lose all the work. And then we're going to add it to the project. So that's going to be next. I might have a little conflict between the two programs, so I might stop in between. So we're going to go here, create a triangle mesh, and you have these different options. Close with the back relief if you worked on the back relief, close with the flat plane, close with an inverted front, and so forth. So I'm going to close it with the flat, and I'm going to create. Alright, we're going to add it to project. It says successfully added. You say OK. Alright, so let's look at it now. So these are, if we go back to our project, these are gems, and this is now our channel ring, which is the actual, you can see it changing, but we need to change the relief. We need to change the color, okay? So let's get rid of this first, okay? And let's change the color of the actual assembly. So that's our assembly, and this is our actual relief. So let's change the color. Let's make it 24 karat. Why not? And you can change the background on this, see, by changing, select the colors. You could pick different options from here. Okay. Change this here. Silk. it gives you a different look. Okay, so apply and close. Alright, now what we're going to do, you can see the two difference. So if you toggle between the two, this is our actual relief, and this is the relief, and this is the actual assembly. Okay, you can see the difference. Okay, now we're going to add a basket in the center of this.